You're sitting in your ophthalmologist's office and they've just said the words you were afraid to hear. Your eye pressure is high. We need to begin treatment for glaucoma. And in that instant, everything shifts. You start thinking about your future, your independence, whether you'll still be able to drive, to read, to clearly see the faces of the people you love. I understand that sense of uncertainty, and I want you to hear something important today. You have more influence over your glaucoma journey than you probably realize. I'm Dr. Matthew Brooks, and in my years working with patients navigating eye health challenges, I've seen something remarkable. I've watched people improve their outcomes not by walking away from medical care, but by adding strong nutritional support that works alongside their treatment. Today, I'm going to share 7 vitamins that research suggests may make a real difference in protecting your optic nerve and supporting healthy eye pressure. These are not substitutes for your prescribed medications. They're allies in your effort to preserve your vision. Before we begin, I'd love to know where you're watching from today. Drop your city or country in the comments below. It's always incredible to see our community spread across the globe, all of us learning together, supporting each other through similar health journeys. Knowing we're not alone in this makes a huge difference. Now let's talk about what's actually happening inside your eyes when glaucoma develops. Your eyes constantly produce a clear fluid called aqueous humor. Think of it like a gentle stream moving through the eye, nourishing the structures inside. In a healthy eye, this fluid is produced steadily and drains out through tiny channels, keeping the pressure inside your eye stable and comfortable. But with glaucoma, something goes wrong in that drainage system. Those channels become blocked, narrowed, or dysfunctional. When the fluid can't drain properly, it builds up, and the pressure inside your eye rises. That higher pressure is dangerous because your optic nerve, that bundle of over 1 million nerve fibers connecting your eye to your brain, sits at the back of the eye where it's vulnerable to that pressure. Imagine trying to send clean signals through a cable that's being squeezed. Over time, that pressure injures and destroys those delicate nerve fibers. And once they're gone for good. The vision they carried, especially your peripheral vision, disappears with them. Here's something that troubles me deeply. Right now, millions of people are walking around with early glaucoma and have no idea, no pain, no obvious warning signs, just silent damage building in the background. By the time you notice vision changes, major irreversible damage has often already happened. That's why this conversation matters so much. Whether you were just diagnosed, have been managing glaucoma for years, or have a family history that increases your risk, understanding how to protect your optic nerve with targeted nutrition could change everything. The 7 vitamins we're going to explore today work through different mechanisms. Some support the drainage structures in your eye. Others shield nerve cells from oxidative damage. Some improve blood flow to your optic nerve, making sure it receives the oxygen and nutrients it needs. And some may even help regulate pressure inside the eye more directly. Together, they form a broad layer of protection that complements medical treatment beautifully. Let's begin with number 7, vitamin B12. Most people think of B12 as the energy vitamin, and that's true. But what B12 also does, and this is often overlooked, is protect and maintain the myelin sheath around nerve fibers. Think of myelin like insulation around electrical wiring. Without proper insulation, signals become weak, distorted, and lost. Your optic nerve fibers rely on healthy myelin to transmit visual information clearly from your eyes to your brain. In glaucoma, those nerve fibers are already under strain from elevated pressure. Adding a B12 deficiency to that situation accelerates damage. Research has shown that people with glaucoma often have lower B12 levels than those without it, and correcting a deficiency may help slow the progression of vision loss. B12 also supports mitochondrial function in nerve cells, helping them produce the energy they need to resist damage and survive longer under the stress of elevated eye pressure. I suggest 1,000 to 2,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin, the active form of B12, daily. You can take it sublingually, meaning it dissolves under your tongue for better absorption, or as a standard capsule with food. For people over 60, absorption from food declines significantly, so supplementation becomes even more important. Moving to number 6, vitamin E. Vitamin E is one of the most powerful fat-soluble antioxidants in the body. And here's why that matters for glaucoma. The structures in your eye, your retina, your optic nerve, the trabecular meshwork that controls drainage, are rich in fatty membranes. Those membranes are vulnerable to oxidative injury from free radicals, unstable molecules that damage cells. Over time, this oxidative stress contributes to malfunction in your drainage system and speeds up the death of optic nerve cells. Vitamin E embeds itself in those fatty membranes and neutralizes free radicals before they can do harm. It's like placing a protective shield at the cellular level. Studies have found that people with higher vitamin E levels tend to have better optic nerve health and a slower progression of glaucomatous damage. Vitamin E also supports healthier blood vessels, improving circulation to the optic nerve. I recommend 400 to 800 IU of natural vitamin E, specifically mixed tocopherols, daily with a meal that includes healthy fats for best absorption. Avoid synthetic vitamin E labeled as DL-alpha tocopherol because the body doesn't utilize it as effectively. Number 5 brings us to vitamin C. Your eyes contain some of the highest concentrations of vitamin C anywhere in your body, especially in the aqueous humor, that fluid we discussed earlier. There's a reason for that. Vitamin C plays several critical roles in glaucoma. First, it's a potent antioxidant that works in the watery parts of your eye cells, complementing vitamin E, which works in the fatty parts. Together, they deliver comprehensive antioxidant coverage. But vitamin C also does something fascinating. It's essential for collagen production. And the trabecular meshwork, your eye's drainage system, is largely made of collagen. Healthy, flexible collagen in that meshwork means better drainage, which means better pressure control. Vitamin C also helps regenerate vitamin E after it's been used up fighting free radicals, essentially recycling it, so you get more mileage from both vitamins. Clinical studies have shown that high-dose vitamin C can lower intraocular pressure in some people. The mechanism isn't fully understood, but it likely involves improved drainage function and reduced inflammation in eye tissues. I suggest 2,000 to 3,000 nanometers of vitamin C daily, divided into 2 or 3 doses because the body can only absorb so much at one time. Buffered vitamin C or ascorbate forms are gentler on the stomach if you're sensitive. Halfway through our countdown at number 4, vitamin B3, specifically niacin. This one is genuinely fascinating and doesn't get nearly enough attention in glaucoma discussions. Niacin supports cellular energy production, and your retinal ganglion cells, the nerve cells that form your optic nerve, are among the most energy-demanding cells in the entire body. They require huge amounts of energy just to stay alive and function. When energy production falters, those cells become vulnerable and begin to die even without elevated pressure. Recent research has revealed something remarkable. Niacin supplementation may protect retinal ganglion cells from damage, and might even help reduce the chances of glaucoma developing in at-risk individuals. There's also evidence that niacin improves blood flow to the optic nerve head and may support healthier eye pressure regulation. The key is using the right form and the right dose. I recommend niacinamide, also called nicotinamide, at 1,500 to 3,000 mg daily, split into 3 doses with meals. This form doesn't cause the flushing that regular niacin does, which makes it far more comfortable for long-term use. We're at number 3 now, vitamin B1 thiamine. Thiamine is another B vitamin essential for energy production, but it has a unique role in glaucoma protection. Thiamine is critical for glucose metabolism, helping cells turn blood sugar into usable energy efficiently. Without enough thiamine, cells start producing harmful compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs, which accumulate in eye tissues and drive dysfunction and inflammation. In glaucoma, AGE buildup in the trabecular meshwork impairs drainage, and accumulation in the optic nerve accelerates damage. Supplementing with thiamine, especially the fat-soluble form called benfotiamine, helps reduce AGE formation and may even help clear existing AGEs from tissues. Studies show that benfotiamine protects nerve cells from multiple types of stress and supports healthier vascular function, improving blood delivery to your optic nerve. I recommend 300 to 600 mg of benfotiamine daily with food. It's remarkably safe even at higher doses and can provide meaningful protective benefits for anyone with glaucoma or at risk for it. Coming in at number 2, vitamin B6 pyridoxine. B6 is involved in over 100 biochemical reactions throughout your body. But for glaucoma, its most important role is managing homocysteine. Homocysteine is an amino acid that, when elevated, causes inflammation and vascular damage throughout the body, including in the tiny blood vessels feeding your optic nerve. High homocysteine is associated with higher glaucoma risk and faster progression. B6, along with B12 and folate, helps convert homocysteine into safer compounds, lowering levels and reducing that inflammatory stress. B6 also supports neurotransmitter production, including serotonin and dopamine, which play roles in regulating eye pressure and optic nerve health. Some research suggests B6 may help stabilize intraocular pressure fluctuations, and that matters because large swings in pressure can be just as damaging as consistently high pressure. I recommend 50 to 100 milliliters of pyridoxine daily, ideally as part of a B complex supplement for balanced B vitamin intake. Don't exceed 200 milliliters long-term without medical supervision, because very high doses can cause nerve issues. And now we've reached number 1. The most important vitamin for glaucoma protection, in my professional opinion, is vitamin D3. If I could recommend only one vitamin supplement for someone with glaucoma, this would be it. Vitamin D isn't like most vitamins. It functions more like a hormone, regulating thousands of genes throughout your body, including genes involved in immune function, inflammation, nerve cell survival, and yes, eye pressure regulation. Almost every tissue in your eye, your cornea, lens, retina, optic nerve, and critically the trabecular meshwork, has vitamin D receptors. That means these tissues are designed to respond to vitamin D. And when levels are too low, things start to break down. Research has shown that people with glaucoma tend to have significantly lower vitamin D levels than those without glaucoma. Some studies suggest the trabecular meshwork may not function properly without adequate vitamin D, leading to impaired drainage and elevated pressure. Vitamin D also has powerful anti-inflammatory effects, and inflammation in the drainage structures is now recognized as a key driver of glaucoma progression. By lowering that inflammation, vitamin D may help restore more normal drainage function. But here's what makes vitamin D truly special. It's neuroprotective. It helps protect retinal ganglion cells from oxidative stress, supports their survival under elevated pressure, and may even support some degree of nerve fiber recovery in early stages of damage. Some researchers believe optimizing vitamin D status could be one of the most important steps you take for glaucoma, right alongside pressure-lowering medications. Most people are walking around severely deficient in vitamin D. We spend our days indoors, wear sunscreen when we do go outside, and live at latitudes where the sun isn't strong enough to generate vitamin D in our skin for much of the year. Testing your vitamin D level should be one of the first steps you take if you have glaucoma. You want a level of at least 50 nanograms per milliliter. And many functional medicine practitioners, myself included, prefer levels between 60 and 80 for optimal health. To reach and maintain those levels, most people need between 5,000 and 10,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily. Some people, especially those with absorption issues or major deficiency, may need even more at first. The key is testing, supplementing, and retesting every 3 months until you hit your target, then retesting twice a year to maintain it. Here's something critical. Vitamin D doesn't work alone. You need magnesium to activate vitamin D into its usable form. Most people are also magnesium deficient, which means they can take all the vitamin D in the world and still not get full benefit. Take 400 to 600 milliliters of magnesium glycinate or magnesium citrate daily alongside your vitamin D. You also need vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, to ensure calcium goes into your bones where it belongs rather than into arteries or soft tissues. Take 100 to 200 micrograms of K2 daily and make sure you're getting healthy fats with your vitamin D since it's fat soluble. Taking it with your largest meal of the day that contains fats like olive oil, avocado, nuts, or fatty fish improves absorption. Now let me tie this together for you. These 7 vitamins work through complementary pathways to protect your vision. The B vitamins, B12, B1, B3, and B6, support energy production, nerve integrity, and vascular function. Vitamin C and E provide comprehensive antioxidant protection for the structures inside your eye. And vitamin D helps regulate inflammation, support drainage, and directly protect nerve cells. Using them together creates a synergistic effect that's stronger than any single nutrient alone. But here's what I want to emphasize. These vitamins aren't magic bullets. They won't restore advanced glaucoma damage. They won't replace your prescribed treatment. What they may do is slow progression, protect remaining nerve fibers, support your body's natural defense systems, and give you the best possible chance of preserving vision for as long as possible. Think of glaucoma care like building a fortress. Your eye drops and medications are the outer walls, lowering pressure and making the environment safer. These vitamins are the internal reinforcements, strengthening structures, supporting repair, keeping supply lines open, and making everything more resilient. You need both working together. I also want to talk about hope. A glaucoma diagnosis can feel like a life sentence, like you're just waiting for inevitable vision loss. But it doesn't have to be that way. I've seen patients stabilize for decades with good pressure control and nutritional support. I've seen people maintain their quality of life, their independence, and their ability to do what they love well into their 80s and 90s, even with glaucoma. The key is being proactive, being consistent, and refusing to stay passive in your own care. Every day you take these vitamins, you're investing in your future sight. Every meal where you choose nutrient-dense, anti-inflammatory foods, you're supporting your eyes. Every time you manage stress, sleep well, move your body, and stay hydrated, you're creating conditions for your body to protect itself. These things matter. They stack up. They make a difference. I know this has been a lot to take in. You might feel overwhelmed wondering how to actually apply it. So let me give you a simple action plan. If you're starting from scratch, begin with vitamin D. Get your level tested and start supplementing to bring it into an optimal range. Once that's established, add a high-quality B complex that includes the B vitamins we discussed at meaningful doses. Then add vitamin C and vitamin E. You don't need to do everything at once. Build gradually, and within a few weeks, you can have a comprehensive protocol in place. Choose high-quality supplements from reputable companies that use third-party testing. Your eyes deserve the best, and quality matters with supplements. Cheap vitamins loaded with fillers, additives, or poor bioavailability won't give you the results you're aiming for. This isn't the place to cut corners. And please work with your healthcare team. Bring this information to your ophthalmologist or your primary care physician. Most doctors will support nutritional strategies alongside medical treatment, especially when you're informed and proactive. If your doctor dismisses this or says nutrition doesn't matter for glaucoma, that isn't accurate, and you may want a second opinion from a more integrative practitioner. Before we wrap up, I want to invite you to share your experience in the comments. Are you already taking any of these vitamins? Have you noticed changes in your eye health or how you feel overall? Or do you have questions about how to build this protocol? Drop your thoughts below. This community is here to support each other, and your insight might be exactly what someone else needs today. If this helped you, do me a favor, hit the like button so this reaches more people who need it. Subscribe to the channel so you don't miss future videos where we go deeper into eye health, nutrition, and natural strategies for chronic conditions, and share this with anyone you know who's dealing with glaucoma or at risk. Knowledge is power, and you might change someone's life by passing this along. I'm Dr. Matthew Brooks, and I want you to remember something as you move forward. You are not powerless in the face of glaucoma. Your body has remarkable protective abilities when you give it the support it needs. Stay consistent, stay hopeful, and know that every positive choice you make is protecting those precious nerve fibers and preserving the vision that lets you experience the beauty of this world. Take care of your eyes. They're the only pair you've got.